Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm joined by Harry Trueman, who is MD of CGT Lettings, a big 5-branch network in Gloucestershire. Thanks for joining me today, Harry. If you don't mind me asking, the question I want to say is, you're a 32-year-old mother running a 5-branch network. How do you spin all the plates? Talk to me.
Right, well, it takes a lot of organisation, and I think that's one of the reasons I've been so successful in my career is about being organised. So having a child is just another factor that I just need to organise, and I think that
That's less of your husband, sorry about
it. Yeah, don't worry about him. No,
he's in the business as well, isn't he?
He's one of my lettings managers, yeah. So yeah, we both work in property, both work in the same company. It is difficult. It's difficult juggling being a mother and being an MD of a business. And I think it's all about time management. It's all about having different hats, as people have said before, and being a certain person when I'm MD and a certain person when I'm mum, and I keep them completely separate. It really frustrates me if I have to cross over at all. And I feel like I operate better when they're separate. So, for instance, when it's mum time on the weekend, my work phone goes off. I don't answer. It's completely off, and I'm devoted to my son and my husband. And then Monday morning, 8 o'clock comes around, my phone goes on, and then I'm back into Harry Trueman MD role. And I don't think that there's a way to do the two together.
How difficult is it that your husband works in the business, and is he directly answering to you, or is there someone in between?
No, we did very briefly have a period where I direct line managed him, and it didn't go very well. So we have an area manager in between us now, and it does work better, but it is difficult. We do have to have a very strict 5:30 no work rule, but we're both passionate about property. We both live for the industry and love the industry. So after a couple of glasses of wine, it is very difficult not to start talking about property. But it's definitely a challenge. It's definitely something that we have to work to overcome.
Do you feel there's any expectations on you as a mother that a man wouldn't have when trying to juggle a business and a family?
Yes, definitely. I think because women carry something called the mental load, which means that we're never really just thinking about the job that we're doing right now. We're always planning ahead. And I use a good example actually from last Friday. So on the weekend we went to stay at my parents-in-law Airbnb in Wales, and on the Friday night I was thinking, right, tonight before I go home I need to go to the pharmacy and pick up my prescription for my son. I then need to make his meals for the weekend. I then need to pack his bag. I then need to make mine and my husband's dinner. I then need to pack our bags. And I had this really long list of things that I needed to do for the weekend. When I asked my husband what he thought his Friday night was going to be like and what he thought he was going to do as he came home from work, he said, well, I thought we'd just watch some TV and eat tea. There was none of this planning, this entire kind of scope of plan to go away, and that's the difference, I think, between how I operate as an MD and how I have to plan all my life and how maybe a man would operate, because they wouldn't think like that.
Is that society? Is that just the way it's always been? Or
I think it is society, because I think women are used to juggling a lot of different things. They're used to being mum and business person, and they have to juggle all of that in the same mind, I think.
Do you ever feel guilty when you are in work mode about your child?
Yes, definitely, because occasionally I might have to. So I'm really lucky that the company that I work for, I'm able to work 4 days a week. So I have Fridays with Teddy, but sometimes on a Friday I have to deal with things, and he's there, and I have to kind of say like, not now, Teddy, I have to deal with this, and then I feel.
How old's Teddy?
He's 18 months.
Okay.
So yeah, he doesn't understand, obviously. So there's definite mum guilt. I think, but mums get guilt about everything. The most ridiculous things, not just work. So I think that's just societal, really.
And how do you deal with it?
I think it's just about telling myself that doing my job gives Teddy a fantastic life and a great start in life and a good future for him, and I have to kind of balance it with that, really.
What would your message be to any men watching this about what they could do differently to make their family life and their wife's family life better in these roles where mum isn't at home? She has a job, and it shouldn't make any difference, but a high-powered job with juggling many, 5 branches is a big job. What would your message be to the men watching this?
I think it would be to try and help more with some of the tasks that they might not think are the big tasks. So just for example, with my example about going away, just offer to pack the bag, just offer to go and get the prescription, just try and help more with some of those smaller tasks, because they all add up in a woman's mind. It's a long, long list that we've got going on. We're always thinking ahead of the next step. So just try and think like that, I guess.
But then the art is not to sound it, so it's not moaning.
Yeah.
Which is hard work,
more
isn't it? Because you're not men alike.
Yeah.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I guess it's a more constructive way of giving that feedback, really, isn't it? And using an example, I think, is helpful.
Exactly. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks.